April. Alright, so I will pick 5, 1, 2. Another graphical glitch. It should be just deployment 5. 1, 2. God, you fuck.
There.
1, 2.
You can.
Yeah, doesn't the deployment zone have numbers on them?
Yeah, I did by rolling a dice. Alright, well, whatever
right?
it stops glitching on, we'll play.
Yeah, we've been having some issues having this much stuff on the table. Like, we're having some graphical glitches and all kinds of nasty interface bugs throughout this whole stream so far. Is this
No, you don't choose, you have to deploy first.
Is it stable? All right. Well, it looks like it's going to be seek and destroy because that's came up and it's stable and it's staying there.
Alright, so I'll take this side.
I don't know about you guys, but I see like 3 different types of deployment zones.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now.
And I will be deploying first.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so looks like Glarrg got the
hold
first
up,
deployment
yeah.
turn.
We need to clear this board. There's 1, 2.
We also need to put down our objectives, wherever they are.
Yeah.
There.
Alright, so I don't know about you guys, but I'm slightly confused a bit about this deployment. What deployment are we on here? Like,
This is the new Chapter Pre 2019 deployment. No, I think it's actually was number 5 on the dice roll anyway. But I could be wrong. A lot of stuff just happened really quick.
yeah.
A number 5 is frontline assault. So if you see frontline assault,
Should be search and destroy, not frontline assault.
Push to talk priority.
Yeah.
So number 5 is listed as frontline assault in the book.
Hello?
Someone, please.
Man, I'm all types of outdated. So there was a chapter approved 2019.
If people are speaking, I honestly just can't hear anything. I don't know why. My game sounds are fine. My background sounds are fine. It's just the voice doesn't seem to be
Okay, yeah, so
translating.
just do these 2 zones. We do have frontline assault. It's just so that the search and destroy is interposed on it.
Okay. I'm gonna put down my objective first then.
So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, cuts the heart the bonus for it.
That's not 9 inches from the table edge.
Let's take a look. I can't actually remember.
So here we see the players going ahead and putting down their objective tokens. I think this is quite important.
Okay, I'm gonna deploy my army then. I'm kind of annoyed I've got this massive bit of terrain in the middle of my deployment, so it's kind of like cutting my deployment zone by like 30%.
Yeah, so it's going to be center objective and their opponent's objective for the bonus point.
Yeah, I'm also a bit confused on that as well. I thought that we'd be doing the ITC deployments. Like, I don't know. I think I'm just confused with all the names and
The million lines on the map.
yeah.
Yeah, so I believe, just to clarify everything, I think it's frontline assault. Admech are deploying first, and because it's an even numbered mission in the new ITC pack, they deploy first and go first unless Nova seizes the initiative on it.
No priests are inside my transport, obviously.
Okay. Don't worry, I am also outdated as well. So
I think you either love or hate the new ITC stuff. It can be really daunting, knowing that, especially on a long deployment like this, where the enemy is so close and is going to have a lot of guns in range. Turn one, knowing that they're going first, and there's not really anywhere you can hide, especially with the huge chassis of these knights. It could be one hell of an alpha strike going off here.
So how do you guys feel about this deployment we're seeing from Skitari?
It looks pretty decent to me. He is obviously hoping that if Novaknight does attempt to seize, that he won't seize, because otherwise we could see a knight doing a turn one charge into those Skitari Rangers at the front there that are out in the open, right up against the deployment line. And with the chassis as well, he would I think he'd be able to be on the edge of objective 3, just and within an inch on charge into those Rangers.
This is all just so nerve-wracking here. What you guys?
It's ballsy, you know. Turn one charges for knights, especially with full tilt. The advancing charge can be devastating. I've seen it happen.
Very interesting deployment here we're seeing.
Personally, I'd have kept the kept the June crawlers together, all 3 of them, just to maximize that reroll ones on the involved save as much as possible. and the character auras.
Okay.
I see.
Seeing the placement of the Tech Priest Dominus
someone
and
still
the
doesn't
Tech
have me
Priest
muted.
Manipulus on the
That's
board
right.
here. I think this is very much a game of objectives if you're Admech. Trying to score as much as you can is probably going to be one of the key deciding factors in this game.
Yeah, the Alpha Strike here is could potentially be devastating. We could see one of the, depending on what he targets, like priority wise, we could see one of the big knights crippled, if not destroyed. Like,
Yeah. And when you're facing a knights list in general, you generally have to use the fact that you have more models to just go for those objectives around the board, because he can't contest them in the same way.
yeah, absolutely. That he's got like 6 models, and you've got loads, so you need to take as much advantage of that as you can, and try to play the board as much as you can as well. Which is exactly what he's doing by spreading out on his opponents. So I respect that life choice. Just because he knows he's gonna have the movement to go where he wants, as opposed to the six units on the side of the knights.
Absolutely, I agree. I think we've had a mention here about the terrain piece feature on this map here. There's a corner, this kind of ruin waterfall thing. Really feels like it's a bit of a cripple on this deployment. It does seem to take a lot of space.
Yeah, I mean the Admech here have like no real reason other than on the home objective, which is exactly what he's done, to try to utilize as much of the ruins as possible. He knows he's going to get that. Well, he virtually 100% knows that he's got the turn 1 shooting phase.
Mm-hmm.
And spreading out as well is going to make it difficult for the knights to get into any form of cover themselves as well. There's firing arcs all across the board here. But he's doing the smart thing, and just in case he does seize, he's got the cataphracts and destroyers, hopefully, behind this LOS blocking ruin here.
Good.
Well, mostly behind it. There are a couple of.
Oh yeah, I just spotted that. They're not like rank and file base to base. That could be a problem if he does see.
Yep. Even though he's set it up in such a way that if he removes his destroyers in a smart way, he can prevent additional shooting phases, well, additional shots on those destroyers.
Yeah. We didn't really touch on secondaries, but we'll do that once the nice.
Yeah, that's a that's a totally different topic altogether. I think it's very interesting actually from Novaknight's lineup. Usually whenever we see Nova play, he's using like some kind of meme list. But this seems like a very different tone. This looks like a lot more serious Nova coming into this game.
Yeah, these new Forge World Knights are very, very strong overall, and the whole Knights Codex is just a very strong army to play.
Forward to victory!
Even after the nerfs to some of the Knights, it's solid. The biggest problem is the lack of models, and you're never going to be able to get around that besides allied attachment.
I think everybody in the stream got a little taste of what I go through. The alerts.
So this is a really smart way to counter deploy. He's putting everything into one corner to try and minimize as much firepower as he can, even though it is against Admech. But the important thing here is that these dragoons are strung out on this flank, and it's going to be a couple of turns before we see them become really active.
I suspect about 2 turns before they actually get to go in and actually hit the armatures.
Alright.
Because there's no reason for him to be in this other table corner. There's no objectives. There's no.
I have to go first because I deployed first.
And while they're moving to
Alright, then I
engage,
will attempt
there's
to
likely
seize.
going to be a turn where they're extremely vulnerable and they could get caught out very easily.
I do not seize. You.
That was the roll for the C's, and
it
will be Admech.
clandestine infiltration to move my dragoons 9 inches.
Okay.
All right, starting that long movement with those dragoons.
Okay.
I mean, Novaknight's going to want to deal with them at some point, in case he can't get gangbusters onto the destroyers, but there's no real reason.
Tactical. So +1 armor save.
Yep.
He's given them a +1 armor save here, but honestly, I don't think that's going to do too much. It's
Rangers
across
can
the
move
board.
normally.
Most of these knights have such high AP that an extra armor is not going to do much for you.
What did he get on the canticles?
A +1 armor
we
save
know?
if he's selected.
Plus, oh, got you. Okay, yeah. So the entire army counts as being
The
income.
riders going to advance.
Right. So we're just seeing some movement coming in. And this is the first time we've seen the transport.
It's 9 inches, and then another 4 inches.
Yeah, the Admech transport you don't really see very often. Most of the time, the Admech just sit back with their long-range rangers and Scutari and just outshoot you.
The problem with doing that in an ITC game, as a lot of Admech players have found, is that you're always losing out on objective control, which is such a big thing in any ITC mission. So you need things like the Dragoons, the transport stuff and the electric priest stuff that is going to move up the board and be able to take up.
Yeah.
That's a new one, isn't it? The Scutari.
Yeah, that recently got released. Before that, they had the siege drill, which Admech could use from Forge World. But this is a new GW Admech transport that I'm excited to see in action, so I've never seen it before.
It was released 2 months ago, I believe.
Very fresh.
It was released 2 months ago. It just seemed to be massively overshadowed by the Chaos Knights hype, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hashtag Chaos Knights forever.
Whenever anything Chaos comes out, everybody starts hyping.
Mm-hmm.
Sickening.
Blood for the Blood God.
Corn for the cornflakes.
So this is really brave bringing these Scutari Rangers up here, but I can up towards those S3, but I can see why he's done it. So he's baiting him to try to possibly charge this unit, and then the Dragoons could go in. Although the amount of firepower that the Knights have, they could just get wiped as an easy kill. They're out in the open.
It also has a bit of a secondary role in that it is a body block. It prevents a knight from easily moving through that area and towards the breachers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's what he wants to be doing with his inventory. He wants to be trying to roadblock the knights as much as he can.
That's quite interesting, actually. Very interesting. I thought it was very interesting as well that you mentioned that this was a bit of some
Okay,
bait.
I think that's my entire move phase finished. So no psychic phase. I'm gonna go straight onto shooting phase. So first thing I'm gonna shoot is these 4 Cat Front destroyers are all in range, and they can all hit the Armiger Morax. The other ones can't.
Cool beans.
I'm gonna spend 1 CP to give them Neurospheric Lockout or whatever it's called, so they get +1. And I'll be using the Plasma Specialist stratagem as well to give them +1 to wound and increase damage by 1.
Yep.
And I will be overcharging them as well. So rolling for a number of shots.
Okay. That's
Alright, so
I
2
believe-
stratagems popped here. He's really hoping this does a lot of damage.
it's like the big kind of charging of the lasers that are coming out here. Hoping for some massive damage, I would imagine.
4
So
plasma
5,
culverines
9,
can do it.
12, 13 shots.
He's got 13 shots here, so that's going to that can most certainly kill a Armiger.
If you're going to spend like that amount of CP, I'd like to see. I know it's early days, but I'd like to see a CP reroll on the Wonder.
Got some ones.
I'm gonna spend a command point to reroll that one because I don't want to lose it.
Very
Okay,
aggressive
that's
use
fine.
of the CP here.
And those are just standard armorers, toughness 7. Okay, so I'm wounding on 2s.
Okay. Well, here we go. Ooh, okay.
Ooh, all but 1.
That is a lot of wounds.
3, 6, 9. Doesn't explode.
Oof.
And an explosion.
So they're 3
Holy.
damage each.
Okay, wait, hang on a second. Did we just see this Armiger get destroyed and then explode?
Yeah.
Holy.
First guy will take
Yeah, it's completely
1
gone.
wound, and the second guy will take 1 wound.
Nice.
I think that was a lot of CP use right there, but he takes up the Armiger.
Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Gives him that kill, and gives him the secondary for big.
Or 1 Titan Slayer, I think.
No, they're not Titan Slayers.
Those are some shooty boys right
You get a
there.
big game, that's it.
Oh yeah, I just get 1 big game. That's fine. Okay, so that's all the shooting for them that
Armigers
they can
are
do.
not
Next is
Titanic
going to be
units.
it's going to be the neutron laser into the second armor.
Okay.
And this is the right thing to do. He's just ignoring the 3 knights, and his target card is completely right here, going for the weaker armigers, being that toughness 7 as opposed to T8. And he's probably trying to force a rotate onto one of the armigers, and then that way he won't have it for one of the big.
And it's
I'm
the
going to shoot
adage,
all
guns
the
off the board.
arquebuses that can fire. So it's just these 2 here, this one here, into that armor. So 3 shots.
Okay.
Hitting on
So,
threes.
like I was saying, it's the adage: guns off the board.
Not rerolling.
Get as many of your opponent's guns
And
off the
wounding
board
on
before
fives.
you
Fours actually.
they have a
Nothing.
chance to actually
Fine.
shoot at you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a really big deal, especially considering the fact that you already have
this
so
Onager's
less
modifier
models on
everything
the
has
board.
into
Losing a
the
model at this point
right.
is just a big deal.
So first up, the heavy missile one shot hitting on fours because it is targeting a ground unit. Doesn't hit, that's fine. The autocannon 4 shots. Hit on 4. 1 hit. Wounding on
Fives.
5s, it'll be strength 7. No wound. And the Gatling rockets, 5 shots. Nothing.
All right, seeing a lot of whiffs now coming out of the Admech.
Yeah, after that first armature went boom, I was expecting to see a second.
Can actually see anything. I think you're pretty covered by the terrain.
He's
So that is
displeased
the end
Neville
of my
with
first
his
turn, I think.
taking the
Alright,
dice
so
rolls
you
for
hold,
granted.
you killed, and you got one for big game.
So yeah, three points scored there in the turn, which is a good start. Got rid of one of the armatures, which is nice. And it will now be over to Novaknight to see how he can counterpunch.
Absolutely, seeing that knight get shot up like that and then exploding was probably one of the more exciting things that you could actually hope to see.
It does look like he will be able to get whole more here, though, if this knight moves to objective 1.
Just to let you guys know, no, the players cannot actually hear us commentating. That is separate feed.
So we're going to try not to talk over them whenever it comes up.
All right, we see Nova just kind of evaluating all the threats on the board.
The all-important measuring. Again, it's super important. Always keep your measuring stick with you. Measure twice, shoot once.
That's really interesting. He's not going for objective 1 there. His full process is, I want to hit back as hard as I can, rather than play the objective game, get that extra point for hold more.
Yeah, this see him kind of just abandon one side of the board there with his Forge World Knights here.
Alright, I'm going to start with the armatures. I'm going to put both of them into the neutron laser.
Okay. Minus 1 hit.
Yep.
To be fair, though, against a
So
Admech
46
list,
shots.
You most certainly want to just reduce their numbers on board.
Right.
They have a lot of powerful shooting just all over the place. So the more of that you can take out, the easier time you'll have of running around the board and controlling objectives.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Yep, just try and kill as much as you can. Because he's next turn, Admech's definitely gonna have
4 damage.
Okay, so just my 5 up invulnerable.
So
How
4
much
damage.
damage? Nice.
So he just made 2 5-up invulns right there.
Yeah, Admech players have all the luck, trust me. 5-up it, you've never seen a 5-up invuln so good in your life unless it's an Admech player.
I think he just making those 5-ups is really huge. I think.
Oh yeah,
Alright, the first Atropos is going to put their black hole gun into the Dune Rider, and I am going to overcharge it.
Those
So I do not hurt myself, and I get 10 shots.
Oh,
10
Okay.
shots.
8.
This is gonna sting.
That is going to be
Hitting
a
on
dead
threes.
transport.
And what's the toughness of the Dune Strider? Toughness
7
6.
different.
Wounding on 2s. That many saves at -4.
Minus
Yeah.
4. I think it's just straight up dead.
Abandon all
And
hope.
it's 3 damage a pop.
1 sec, I think it might just straight up be dead.
I don't know if that vehicle has an invuln save. If it doesn't,
has
it's
no-
certainly dead.
Oh, does it explode?
Yeah, no invuln.
Nope. And there's
And how
10
many of
guys.
the fellas die?
Many. 4 or 5.
Holy shit,
Inside.
that's one strong weapon.
3.
And 3 models lost. That's above average.
That's big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I remove
that
the vehicle first, or do I just put them down?
No, you place the models down first, then remove vehicle.
And that will now tie them in number of units killed, and he's still got a lot of firepower left to shoot.
But previously with the Dune Crawler, that was those 2 saves he made was a potential of 8 damage. That would have killed the Dune Crawler if he did not make those 2 invuln saves.
I think that
Yeah,
was.
absolutely.
Yeah, I think you're right. Absolutely. I think that just drawing that amount of firepower and then just surviving that's quite huge.
Alright, the next Atropos will put his black hole gun into the Cataprons.
Can he see that? Because they look pretty
He is a
blocked by
tall
line
boy.
of sight to me.
Here's what we have to ask: is that huge break in the building under the ITC first floor rule? Because this building,
I don't know. I kind of think he couldn't see any of them.
Malice, as the tournament host, I think that's up to you. A ruins building, which this is, the first floor counts as having no openings in it. Do you count this huge hole as part of the first floor?
Yeah, I'd say just wait. Ask for a ruling on that.
Yeah, I get you.
I know they're trying to figure it out right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to gotcha or anything, but that was my intention with placing them there, is that you wouldn't be able to see from that angle. But if that's the terrain rule, then that's it.
Yeah, same. I don't know. Just let Malice. Blame Malice.
Always do.
So I think I was having a bit of audio cutout there. What was the ruling on the ruins piece there? Malice, can you hear me?
Let's just say you can fire them, because everyone seems to think that it's not line of sight blocking. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I will be overcharging. Do I hurt myself? I don't hurt myself. And I get 7 shots. Oh yeah, I'll save that. 1, 3. Oof. 3 saves. Minus enough for your invuln and 3 damage a pop.
Okay, 6 ups. Nothing.
Minus
3 die.
Oof, 3 whole cataphrons gone.
And then my castigator will put her bolt cannon into the front dune crawler.
Yeah, that's a point picked up on Gangbusters there as well. So not going for that. Not going for Holmore is. I'm starting to see why he's not done that now, because the level of firepower, the amounts that he's picking up on the secondary here is going to be.
Shots hitting on forwards, rerolling ones.
His entire game plan is set up to kill the enemy, so he's doing that very
on
well.
Fives. Okay, so 2, -2, 3 damage a pop.
Okay, 5 up.
So 3 damage.
Gotta love Admech luck.
Cool.
2 5-ups makes one of them.
Okay, that's fine.
And this is the problem we're trying to deal with Dune Crawlers, the 5-up involt, and then the repairs that are going to happen.
I got
The Admech players.
1 big game hunter, 1 big game busters. I killed.
Yeah, there are 2.
We gotta do morale for your electro priest first, actually.
There are 2
I think I
tech
do
priests
that.
next to each of these
Leadership
dune
8?
crawlers.
Yeah, I guess I do.
That damage is definitely not permanent.
They're fine.
So yeah, they're fine. So I killed. I hold.
I
got
can't
the
seem to
game
input my
busters.
kill. It's really
Yeah.
weird.
And then big game.
I'd rather not take a break after the first round because like it's quite late for me. I'd rather just try and get to the second round as quick as possible and play another round.
Same.
I know that might annoy the streamer guys. Okay, turn 2.
Yep.
Also, this sheet is totally not updating for me, so I can't see any like.
Yeah, I can see
Of your-
there's yours.
Yeah. Oh well. I
So
might
I'd have
just
my
create a note and just keep manual score. I can't do that anymore. Oh well. Okay. So start my turn. Canticles of the Omnissiah. I am going to. I'm gonna pick Chant of the Remorseless Fist. So reroll failed hit rolls of 1.
3. Actually, I think your Cataphones need to take morale too. You lost 3 in the leadership 7.
Okay. I'm gonna just spend 2 CP to let them auto pass.
Okay.
Okay, so Canticles, reroll hit rolls 1, movement fail.
Alright, we're starting to finally see these dragoons moving up. Though I doubt they'll be able to do much more than tickle to death a armiger this particular round. I really wouldn't spend a lot of CP on against the armiger with these because they can take it out without the CP spending.
Right.
Absolutely. And if anyone's just curious about the score here, I think I'm right on this. I believe it is 5-2 to Novaknight. I believe he got kill, hold, and Killmore on the primary, and then he picks up a point for Gangbusters and Big Game Hunter on the secondary. Whereas for the Adeptus Mechanicus, they got hold and objective on the primary and a secondary of Big Game Hunter for 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you said it was 4-2 or 5-2?
5-2.
All right, so Novaknight, he killed more. He held.
He did kill more because he definitely got the transport. It might be 4-2, sorry, because he just damaged some destroyers over here and damaged the onagers. So I think they might have killed the same actually. Sorry.
Okay. All right, so it is 4-2. So that is the updated score there. We have some issues.
I get 1 for
Getting in
engineers.
contact with. We'll be getting in contact with some people to try to get everything fixed up here for the next stream.
Okay. That is all my movement, I think. Yeah, that's all my movement. I'm going to use the Manipulus to heal the Onager Dooncrawler for D3. So for 3.
Here we're seeing that HP regeneration on these Dune Crawlers.
The thing that tilts me whenever I play against Admech.
The thing that tilts everybody about
3.
Admech. He got heal. He got double 3 heal. He got double 3 heal.
And the last, my Dominus, is going to sacrifice Servitor that's right next to him to bring back Catfron.
And here we go, reanimation protocols going off for the Cataphracts Destroyers, killing a Servitor to bring.
You know, I never thought I'd see the day that Admech got reanimation protocols.
Yeah, I'm totally at a
Drops all
loss
my
of what's
healing.
going on right now.
That's due to the Vigilus detachment.
Onager is going to fire at this forward Armiger.
Okay.
D3 shot. 2. Hit on
Alright,
3.
well, we didn't talk about the neutron laser very much,
That's
but
it. Wounding on
it is
3.
probably my favorite anti-vehicle weapon in the game,
Wound.
as it is right now.
He's
Fine.
fine. Cool.
It is so good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't really get much time to talk about much. But that's fine. So,
Well, you
I'm
can't
gonna
talk about
fire
everything at the
5
beginning of the
plasma
game. You won't have
destroyers,
anything to
so
talk about in the middle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and leave one of them here to fire the other one. So first 5 against this Armiger.
Okay.
I will use the nearest spirit blink again to get +1 to hit.
Yep.
And I will use the plasma stratagem again. So 5d6. 10, 15, 16.
so this is more shots than last time.
I think he should be using the command reroll on his number of shots here.
Yeah, I said that last turn. If you're spending that amount of CP anyway, spending like an additional 1 to get rid of like a 1 on number of shots is.
Rerolling all the 1s. And I'm going to spend a command point to reroll that dice. Oh, well, 1 dice anyway.
That's interesting that he goes to CP
Wounding on
one of the
2s.
hits rather than or one of the wounds rather than one of the hits. It's kind of
2, 4, 6, 8.
3 damage each.
alright. Just like that, another Armiger off the board.
That's an interesting. I thought he was actually going for the other Armiger, so the Dragoons have the charge on that one.
Overcharged at the 2 shots. Rubbish. Both hit. Both wound. 3 damage.
8, 9, 10.
Yep. And unfortunately for our knight player here, damage on his mechanical units are
Okay,
permanent
and now
unless he
the
wants
heavy
to spend a
grab.
very expensive
Yes, yeah.
stratagem.
2 of them. We wounding on 4s. No, still 5s actually. So that's 2 at -3.
Fine.
Cool.
Wow.
Next up,
Well, there we go. It comes full circle. The Armiger gets the 2 involves.
2
Yeah.
shots. 3s. 2 misses. Nice.
All these 5-up involves
They
going
can't
off
see.
left and right.
These 2 arquebuses into this knight here. 3. No reroll. 5s to nothing. Okay, now
It's still very much worth
both these
attempting
onagers
to
are going to
shoot
fire
these
into this one
arquebuses at
armiger.
the knights
Okay.
because they have a chance to just do a mortal wound. And
Right.
Absolutely, any damage you can start to clink off the big knights is going to help, especially with Titan Slayers there.
Hang on 4s. Both hit.
Nice. 2
Wounding
hits.
on 3s. Strength 8.
2 3s.
And
yeah,
AP
that's
-3 on both of them.
Even on top of the mortal wound, the
two, I think.
arquebus itself has the potential to damage the knight.
Damage. No, it's D6 damage
Maybe two.
for 6.
6 damage.
2d6. I failed both of them. Oh, wait, what's the AP on the missile?
You feel both of them or just one?
Yep. What's the AP on the missiles again?
-3.
Yeah, I failed both of them.
Okay. So another D6 for
Oh!
12.
12 damage.
Just wow. Yeah, that just happened. Double 6 on the damage.
That
I just
just-
already because I'm an idiot.
Oh my goodness.
There's no point firing my rangers. Not going to do anything. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
You gotta be hurting if you're a fucking knight player right now. Like, holy smokes. Just all this firepower clearing it up.
Actually,
That's all your mobility as well. The
I don't know.
armatures, even though
does
they
this
don't
count
look like
as
it,
being
are
line
the
of sight bot?
most
Can you
mobile
overwatch me?
unit in a knight army.
No, because I can see their staffs, but it's only like 5 shots because I'm not going to overcharge.
Okay, then I will charge, yeah.
Alright, so my big laser pointer misses. My black hole gun misses. Come at me, bro.
Nice. Okay. I think I
Tying
need
up
6
a
in
knight in
charge.
close combat here.
Oh,
Let's
I
see
guess I
if
can
he.
come out to reroll that. Actually, is there any point?
Let's
Yeah, there
see
is.
if he
Screw
can
it.
get electric tickle machine to death.
That doesn't matter.
They don't want to go in. The dice showed it.
My command plays are not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are there. Okay, that's fine.
The electro priests were smart here.
Alright, so you killed, you hold, you got 2 big game punchers.
And
you
engineers. This is now a problem. Their knights are currently holding no objectives, no real way to get onto an objective. So Admech will be, without even having to take objective 3, will be getting hold more each turn, and then that engineer's point as well.
absolutely. Just seeing the Admech crack the left-hand side of the board, just opening up all these objectives, it's just really going to put knights in a really bad spot throughout the whole game. They're going to really have to be putting some work in overtime, killing everything. But that was amazing shooting coming out of Admech this turn.
It's the scary thing about any gunline force. You'd think the closer you get to them, the easier time you're going to have, but they just have more bullets in range of you at that point.
Yeah, these are some shooty boys here. Might make some Tau players blush.
Oh, as a Tau player, I tell you straight up, the Admech are the shootiest army in the game right now. Everyone complains about Tau shooting phase. You haven't seen Admech on a good day.
Well,
Hey, as an Eldar and Jakari player, they can complain about Admech and Tau. The scapegoats. It makes me feel better.
right. And that's the day when an
Well,
Eldar player complains.
their problem was they played Eldari to begin with. That's their problem there.
Alright, I'm in.
Only villains do that.
Alright, so I think Nova just wants to get stuck in here and try to do as much damage as he possibly can. But I gotta say, I'm
Alright,
gonna be
I'm going to start with
nervous
the Queen. She's going to put her
if I'm the
laser
Knight
pointer
player here,
electric race. That's
considering
why
all
not,
the
and I'll put
open
the,
objectives on the board.
Black hole gun into the closest Dooncrawler. I will overcharge. So laser pointer hits, laser pointer wounds, AP minus a lot.
So 5 up and vulnerable.
Yes, and
Nope.
6 damage.
One dies.
Oof, flat 6 damage. Pop.
Black hole gun. I don't hurt myself, and I get 6 shots in total.
That black hole cannon is very nice. I don't know why he's
all 3 minus
overcharging
4,
it.
3 damage.
5 ups. Rerolling ones because it's next to
Yep.
another June crawler.
So that is 3, 6, 9 damage.
Oh, against the Dooncrawler. That makes more sense.
Okay.
But an almost dead Dooncrawler right away. He's only got 2 HP left. You could
And that has the fire up invul for any other firepower.
Laser pointer from the grasp into the electro priest, and the black hole gun into the other Doomcrawler.
Okay.
Laser pointer hits. Laser pointer wounds.
Another one bites the dust.
And I hurt myself for 2. So I'm at 25, and I will get.
I didn't realize these things had 27 wounds each.
Oh yeah, knights have shitloads of wounds. But when you start hitting them with anti-vehicle weapons, it
And that many saves.
very
-4
much
through
goes
damage.
away quickly.
And that's 12 damage.
Okay, he's dead.
Does he explode?
Nope.
And one Doomcrawler
So
off
that
the
will be a
board.
big game hunter for me. Now I'm going to put the Castigator bolt cannon into that squad of transuranic jerks.
Okay.
4, 8. They're stages, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the sniper squads are stages.
So that many saves -2.
5 ups. 4
2
die.
5 ups. Okay, just enough to keep this squad alive.
That bolt cannon deals
Wouldn't
so
it
much
be
damage that
6s
even the
'cause they have the
2-wound
4 up
model
base?
instant dies if you place a wound on it.
Yep.
They've got oh no, it's a 6 up in yeah. Yeah, so they all die.
Oof, he miscalculated. It's
I
a
mean, he's
squad
gonna run
wipe.
into morale, so
Oh, okay.
Alright,
So the whole
now
squad
I'm
goes
charging Grasp will go into the squad right in front of them, and then Queen will multi-charge the Doomcrawler and the Electro Priest.
okay. I'll do the Ranger squad first.
So now we're going to get to see the Knights hopefully making some charges here and tap that sync.
Yep. Ooh, that's a lot of hits.
Wow.
Sixes
no.
again.
6s.
Now I need 6s again. Gets none. Oh well.
Hmm.
Oh look, she's in.
Well, it's time for some Titanic feat.
Okay,
Alright, now
the-
you're
the
Doomcrawler.
Rerolling fails a hit for Crest as well.
Okay, heavy missile first. Doesn't do anything. Autocannon. Nothing. And Gatling rockets. Nothing. And stubber as well, I guess. Actually, no, I don't think I paid for the stubber on this. Never mind. That's it. And what else are you multi-charging? The Tech Priest? Yeah, he can't do anything.
The Electro Priest.
Oh, the Electro Priest can't do anything.
I will spend a command point, so I'm down to 8 now. So that's fine. So he goes into Electro Priest. I'll begin stomping by the Electro Priest.
I want to hold for a
I
second.
really want to make sure they die,
I
so I'll
think
use
he
1
only
CP
rerolled
for
one
crash charge
die.
him, so I'm down to
It's-
7.
Unless I'm wrong, when you reroll a charge, you have to reroll both die of your charge, correct?
It depends on the wording of the stratagem. Like some are very different. I'm not too familiar.
It looked like you used command reroll, which is
So then it's just 1 die.
okay.
Alright, so hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s and 2s because I'm crashing I charge, and 6s will explode into an additional hit.
Oof.
And that many at -2. D3 a pop.
So,
Uh-oh.
5
Uh-oh.
on the roll. That's squad wipe.
And that's another squad down.
Yeah.
All the Electro Priests just stomped
I was
out.
excited to see those Electro Priests do something, but no, we're not.
No pains.
Oh yeah, they have feel pains when it's like that, isn't it? Yeah.
So
I
you have
guess.
4, 1,
How
1,
much damage
2,
does
and
it pop?
it's D3 pop. So you have 4 at 1, 1 at 2, and 2 at 3.
We try the 4 at once. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, they actually make it nice.
The 2. They don't make it, so 2 die.
No, only one dice. This is an Age of Sigmar.
Oh, okay. And the 2 at 3.
No, you got to do these separately, or just roll these 2. Yeah, just roll these 2. I'm going to show you a fast way to do it. All right, yeah. So 3 die in total.
Okay.
So that's what's 2 left. All right, and then I'm going to stomp the Rangers.
All right, so I'm not entirely sure, but I think we just saw some Electro Priest tanking out all this damage here.
Yeah, they used he forgot about their feel no pain at first, but good player
So
Nova
that many
reminded him.
6s.
Yes.
Yep, good guy Nova.
Oh.
Looking out for his opponents in the game. Don't always have to be a dick to play competitively.
Yep.
And stay there, so your Electro Priests get to fight back.
Yep.
All right, let's see
Vortex.
them tickle this knight with electric sticks.
I want them to kill it. I know it's not going to happen, but I want to see it happen.
I want to believe.
I'll hit. Winning on 6s. Nothing.
No.
Alright, so
Didn't even
morale
tickle
for
its
your
little
Electro
toe.
Priest.
Yep, they all run.
And they
And
rout.
then the Ranger Alpha.
Yeah, he's good.
Can't do anything about that now.
Yep.
Oh, that gets me 2 marked for death. I get kill. I don't get hold, but I get kill more. I don't hold. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh man, what a turn! What a turn! I gotta say,
I
a lot
thought
of
the Knights
stuff.
were in trouble after that turn 2, killing them to armigers, but he has bounced back here, getting rid of some of the screen, getting rid of the Electro Priest, and getting rid of one of the armigers. It's just a shame he couldn't get the charge into this 2-wound armiger to kill it.
Tentacles.
Yeah, I think somewhere along the line we forgot that these were fucking Forge World Imperial Knights. Just extremely powerful, potent models. Ripping up the side there in
I'm
the
going to
screen.
roll for
Oh, they're quite powerful, but until those
5,
Cataphragm destroyers
so
are removed
+1
off the
strength.
board, they're still quite vulnerable as well.
Oh, that's scary.
I'm going to advance the Dragoons.
Alright.
And he's advancing his Dragoons. I can't remember if Mechanicum have
so
a
16 inches.
stratagem for that.
No, he's doing the smart thing. He's going for that objective 1 there with them, because they're not going to get into threat range of anything. But if they're going to be on that objective 1, and if he can get the center, he's going to start racking up bonus points, and they're going to need to be dealt with at some point.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, I believe the if he knows if Nova uses the bolt cannon of the Castigator, it's wounding on 4s, yeah, but it only takes 2 wounds to completely kill a Dragoon.
They are -2 to hit, though.
-2 to hit is huge. We've seen that in previous games. -2 just renders a lot of stuff ineffective.
Oh, that's
Yeah, Styges is extremely powerful across the board.
But yeah, we have seen the Knights literally crush this right flank here.
Yeah.
Very little resistance on it.
Absolutely, like a hot butter through, or hot knife through
You're
butter.
about, what, C3? 3
Just
CP
spicy
Hot
going?
butter
over
through
the-
knife
3
is what.
CP.
Yeah. A hot plasma weapon through.
I'm just going to put this dice over here so we can...
Space
Oh.
Marine armor.
Just completely dominating on this side. It's really interesting because we've seen that Admech kind of took control of this side of the board, and then just Admech now rearing up on the right-hand side. You know, before when I saw just all those models go down for Imperial Knights, I was feeling pretty good about Admech. I mean, I'm still kind of feeling pretty good. I mean, we've seen a lot of situations. We've seen a lot of situations where you know, there's some really powerful threats on the board, able to wipe out things. But if you just play to objectives, you can just kind of play around that. So, I mean, Admech still has quite a bit on the board still. And most importantly, he has all those Cataphren destroyers, so those are very big threats for Imperial Knights.
Yeah.
This is the sort of thing that can happen with the long deployments as well. You end up actually playing the other way of the board instead.
Yeah.
And it's a really smart way to play it, to just like close in on one flank.
There he goes, 11.
Okay.
And in my movement phase, I'll sacrifice another Cataphren to bring one back. Actually, I need to heal the first Cataphren with the mana for D3.
Reanimation protocols?
Cool.
No, the Manipulus can't. The Engine Seer, or the Tech Priest can.
The Manipulus is healing
Dominus.
Cataphrons, and then the Dominus is going to sacrifice the Servitor.
Oh, okay.
Because
hold
I
on.
can't bring back a Servitor unless all the others are full health.
Why is Battlescribe not up? What is
So, okay,
this?
I'm trying to understand entirely what. So he sacrifices a Servitor to bring back a Cataphren destroyer?
Okay.
Yeah, there's. I'm just getting the Vigilus book in front of me now, just to check that.
Okay.
Just to.
This neutron is going to go into Steiner. D3 shots.
And to which one?
Steiner, Grasp of Eternity.
It actually doesn't
I'll
specify
rotate
that it
his
has to be a
shield
vehicle.
down to 6.
Okay.
So he is completely legal in
That's,
healing
three
that Cataphren destroyer.
shots, hitting on 3s.
You could actually heal a
Hits.
Skitarii Alpha
Wounding on
who was on
3s.
1 wound with that ability.
Fine.
It's fine.
Those kind of feel like shield drones now.
I mean, the reanimation
This
protocol
Icarus
charges.
Onager is going to go into
Reanimation
the other
protocol
Knight.
drones.
So heavy miss. Misses. Autocannon. 1 hit. No wound. Gatling rockets.
Alright.
Yep.
3 hits.
It's the
Isn't he on his
Manipus.
lowest bracket?
Yeah.
But I just want to go
Here's 5s.
real deep into what he actually did here.
Then what's CP?
The
Huh?
Warlord ability
What's CP on
allows
this?
him to res a Cataphren
Minus
destroyer
1.
And who
if
was
he
it into
can't
again?
heal them.
This one.
So he
Features,
uses the
okay, so
Manipus,
4-ups.
who has an ability to heal any
Make one fail 1 damage.
Just 1.
any Admech model in the army for D3,
And 3 star.
not just vehicles. So he uses that to heal the destroyer and then get another
It's not
destroyer
gonna do any
back.
damage anyway.
It's a real smart move on his part.
Rangers. Arquebuses can't fire, they both moved. Can't see them anyway.
It's very interesting.
Plasma destroyers. They're
Yeah, so many times we see Vigilus attachments massively underrated, but the certain manifold with that Warlord trait is fantastic.
So this is 5d6.
Alright, so we're seeing some significant shooting coming out now.
Nice.
22.
It's 22 shots coming out. Lots of shots.
For some reason I can't copy and paste, so I'm sorry I have to do this.
Oh, well. $16.
16.
So this is 22 shots coming out from the
So hitting on
destroyers.
3. Overcharged.
22 of
ones.
the Cataphragm plasma shots again. This
Oh,
is
and
most
threes.
likely going to
And
force
3 wound.
a ion rotation.
Oof.
Oh man.
Alright, 4s.
Oh,
Oof.
he didn't rotate.
Oh,
And that's 3 damage each.
Oh, he didn't rotate.
So that's
That sucks.
6, 12. Yeah, dead. 2d6. Nah, it's not worth it.
yo, he just destroyed that, didn't he?
Yep.
That's
it's dead.
gone. Whoa, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that gets me my Titan Slayer.
Yeah.
Yep. Same thing.
Until those cataphrons are completely removed off the board, they are still very much a threat.
Wow, absolutely crazy amount of damage coming out from the destroyers.
I don't think I can actually do anything else.
Alright.
So I'm getting my turn.
My turn.
Okay, well, I'm at a loss of words here. Like, you guys were saying it before, and then we saw them take out the armigers, but then it was just a decent amount of rolling there. And
Actually, do I earn more than 1 Titan Slayer for that since I took off so many wounds?
Yeah, you actually earned 3.
Yep. The
Actually, do I not get 4?
No, you have to damage another Titan.
Okay.
More.
So yeah, it doesn't spill over. Okay.
I wouldn't worry about getting that last point. Like, buddy, you're cooking with fire right now. I gotta say.
Yeah, and now we got the issue that one knight's having to come this way, and he needs to try and put as much firepower on these destroyers.
And I'm going to put overcharged black hole gun into the destroyers.
Okay.
Laser pointer hits. Laser pointer wounds. 1 save, AP -4 into the Dooncrawler.
5 up. He's fine.
Five
Black
up,
hole
dude.
gun
Again?
does not hurt myself, but I get 10 shots.
Oof.
Oh,
10 shots
This is
of
it,
the
boy.
black hole gun into the cataphragms.
okay.
This could do a lot of damage.
Holy shit.
This, if he rolls well, he could completely eliminate the cataphragms off the board with this.
Which is why he needs to keep him in this game right now.
Yeah, he just needs to just everything.
Yeah, I'll CP that one. Yeah, see, that's why you never CP. And 2s. That many.
But I think that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dead.
Whew.
No, it's
7 dead
Oh
destroyers.
yeah, it is because AP -4 and you only have 6 up, so 7 die.
Well, that is one way to take care of a threat if I have. Wow. Okay.
Yep. If he doesn't spend his CP, he's very likely to have those other 2 destroyers run this turn.
So that's gangbusters maxed out. Cool. Gatling cannons going into the squad of sniper boys.
Yep.
And with that, we've actually tied up 12 to 12. So this is still anybody's game. There is still enough firepower on the Admech side in order to kill these other 2 knights if he rolls very well.
I don't know if I'm mistaken, but I think Admech is actually missing a point from turn 1. They did kill that armiger on turn 1, I believe.
You die.
All right. So 12 to 13 on the victory point is my count.
All right, charging. I'm charging your dragoons, and I'm charging the.
Hey, Gen, if you're on the stream right now, buddy, I need you to take a look at it and what is going on with these things, man?
The Rangers.
Nothing is working.
Okay, so I just. Oh, are you charging the Rangers as well with your multi-charge? Yeah.
No, I'm not going to charge rangers.
Okay, cool. So just the onagers, the only Overwatch.
Yes. Yes.
Well, let's look at the bright side,
Heavy
Malice.
missile.
At least most of this
Nothing.
this hasn't interfered with the game.
Other thing, the autocannon. Nothing.
Hey, wait a second.
And
Did
the Gatling rocket.
wait,
One thing.
we're on battle round 3
wounding
right
on
now.
nothing.
Or are we on battle
Heavy
round
stubber as
4?
well, I guess. One.
The game has been
Sixes.
going so fast right now, like I can't even keep up. We're on battle round 4.
Yeah, we're already on battle round 4.
And he's in.
And he did score
and
hold
into your
more,
dragoons.
right, Glarrg? I'm pretty sure he held more, right?
That's enough.
Yeah.
It's more than enough. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to spend another CP for the grass stratagem, so I'm down to 4, and I'm using my sword against your dragoons, so I get to
And this is Novaknight's battle round 3, I believe,
investigator.
because he went second.
Yeah, it's turn 4 is in just a moment. It's Novaknight's round 3.
So 8 attacks. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s and 2s. As I charged.
Yeah, Admech should be on 2 points for engineers as well.
And wounding on 2s. And that many saves at -3.
-3.
Yep, -3 flat 3
I don't
damage.
get save at -3.
The dragoons? Yeah, they do. They have a 6-up and 1.
I don't think they do.
I believe Bionics is a 6-up invul.
You only get an invuln in melee.
Oh, yeah,
is
you do.
6 stone robots and that transport that you brought.
Okay, 6-up.
So just one dies.
Well,
Okay, doesn't
Bionics
explode.
used to be 6-up in melee. Now it's actually just a flat 6-up
Got you.
all the time.
And again, we saw some really lucky rolling there, getting the 666 saves.
And fight back. Actually, you need to do your.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
nice.
put 2 laser pointers into the Doomcrawler and then 2 feet into the Tech Priest. Laser pointer hits and laser pointer wounds twice. Actually, let me check. Make sure the strength is 14. Yeah, strength 14 when it swings.
You see here he's using
What AP
his
was that?
AP minus enough, 6
His
damage.
Astropulse
Okay,
Las
he's
Cutter,
dead.
which has both a
Cool.
melee and a shooting
Nope.
profile. In melee, it's a very well in both versions. It's a very strong anti-vehicle weapon that simply does flat flat
And then the
6
stomps
damage.
into the Tech Priest. That many saves, -2.
Just 5 up. Okay, 2 go through. It's enough to kill him, must be.
Yeah, do 3 damage. Wait. Yeah, he has
Actually,
no, he
yeah,
has a
it's a
6-up or a 5-up.
It's a 5 up. Actually, is
5
it?
up, okay.
I never used it. That's a 6 up, yeah, so 3 go through. He's dead. He must be.
No, it is a 6-up. Just checked. Yeah, he dies.
Exact damage on the Tech Priest Dominus.
Yep. Get ready to get rid of him.
Dragoons get to fight.
Okay. Pile in and fight.
Precise lethal. And now they didn't get their charge off, which is a lot of the power of these Dragoons. I'm pretty sure there's a stratagem involved. but they are still pretty decent in melee, even if they got charged themselves.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I am
so 12 attack.
hopeful that these dragoons can at least maim this knight, and as you saw, they didn't go down that easy. The knight did all of its melee against them, and it only took out one model. So
Hitting on
pretty
3s,
durable
holding on
unit.
6s.
There you go.
And wounding
And
on
fours.
4s.
that's a lot of
It's
wounds.
-1 or 2.
Whoa.
I think it's just
Hang on.
one. -1.
What's the AP?
-1.
2,
2
4,
damage
6, 8, 10. So 10 damage. So down to 20, 17.
Ooh, okay. Hey.
That gets me my last Titan Slayer.
Yep, that would be your last answer.
That's,
So on to morale. We have morale for your Cataphrons and morale for the
Yep.
Ranger squad.
Categals, I just roll for random. Morale, yeah, I'll have to do my Cataphrons. Yeah, they auto fail and die.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's a
that's big.
6.
From
3
mine-
Rangers.
Yeah, it's good. So, no, they're fine.
I think that's actually
So let's
I would call that a
kill-
mistake.
I'm surprised it didn't spend the 2.
one more big game hunter.
I think he only has the 1 CP left though.
That's why my command points thing hasn't changed.
Yeah, and you got 3 engineers.
Yeah, he's down
Oh,
to
No,
you're
I can
right.
only, it's only 2 because it starts from battle round 2, so it's only 2.
1, 2. Yeah, okay. So you hold more, but I killed more this round as well.
Yeah, you killed him. Yeah.
And then one more big game hunter. Alright, on to your turn.
Okay. Categals.
All right, fourth
Number
battle
1,
round.
reroll morale.
Did he held? He
Okay.
held one, right?
Should probably have chosen one. Move phase.
Yeah, that knight is holding objective 1 there.
The knight counts as 10 models on number 1, so he is holding that.
Okay. All right. And I do believe that's
and
the
I am
update.
holding objective 1.
Yeah.
So I do get a hold.
You have hold. I'm gonna advance the Tech Priest. Sick.
Well, the score is looking very even here, 16 to 17. Gangbusters has now been maxed, so you won't be able to get any more on that. And then for Admech, Titan Slayers has been maxed as well, so then we're on the second.
It could still go either way. All it could take is
I
one
think
good
that's all the
set of
moves I
rolls
actually
from
wanna
either
do.
player to
Shooting phase, I'm
completely
gonna shoot the Onager into
make
your
this a one-sided
Queen
game
of Eternity.
in an instant.
3 shots.
Yep, I will rotate because we're down to 3.
Hit on 3s. All hits. Wounding on 3s.
What I'm going to be looking out for is these dragoons against the
Makes it. Good thing I
warlord
rotated.
next in the
Stellar
fight
as
phase.
well, I guess.
It is very likely that they can do
6
another
to
10
wound.
to 17 damage to it,
1 wound,
which
0 AP.
would be a
Yeah, buddy.
Down to
25
25.
damage.
It would
Yeah, I think that fight there is actually going to decide the game at this point, whoever wins this.
Yep. Because if they survive, they'll be able to
5,
tie up the
1,
other knight
1 morsel wound.
while
And
his infantry just go
roll
around
damage.
getting all the objectives.
Saved.
Just 1 more wound. They can't shoot, line of sight blocking.
I gotta say, this is one of the more scrappier games. that I've seen. But then again, I always say that.
Alright,
Right?
so I'm guessing it's the fight.
It's
Oh,
definitely a
just
scratch.
make sure. Yeah, he's got Volkite Blaster. I'm going to use it. I need to get all the
Yeah,
damage I can. 3 shots. Hit on rerolling ones because he's next to himself. And still getting a 1. And
Well,
wounding
Malice,
on
you say how
Malice.
you didn't realize just how much damage the
That is
destroyers would
damage.
put out on that night.
Worth it.
Well,
22 because that
this
deals
is how
mortal
you
wound on
learn.
6
You
as
watch.
well.
You
Okay,
get to know.
fight phase. I'm going
You-
to
Yep.
pile in.
I only knew that I could do that because I've
Or
played
console it and fight
this
again,
exact
whatever it is.
matchup, and a group of Cataphrone destroyers completely destroyed one of my 28 HP knights in one turn.
I've personally seen them kill a Shadow Sword in one turn. From Fulton's.
Conquer Imperative Doctor, so I add +2 to my.
Alright.
I haven't seen this configuration often from Admech. I've seen a lot of the Castellans do a lot of shooting, but this is kind of like the first time we've seen the primary configuration on the destroyers themselves. I gotta say, it is really potent.
Oh yeah. I honestly, the Cataphrone destroyers, if you have the CP to burn, are much more powerful than the Castellan robots.
Yeah.
The Castellan robots are extremely strong
on
versus infantry, but they struggle against heavy vehicles such as
81.
Lehman's and anything that's toughness 8.
Oof.
And they're 2 damage each.
Whereas the Cataphrone destroyers,
2,
unless
4,
it's
6,
toughness 10,
8,
it's going to
10,
be wounding on 2s.
12.
We got a lot of damage coming in here.
Dies.
Yep. This could potentially be a very
it's
main.
gonna score me
Yeah,
my
there
last.
we go.
Whoa, okay.
That's big. It's gone. Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
And another knight
no,
goes
because you got
down.
Time Slayer off of that one.
Jesus.
Yep,
That's only
7.
if it's the last kill, though. If it's
That
the
was
last
No,
second,
that was
you-
19
They
damage
don't
out of
stack with each
the.
other, so you have
dragons.
to kill this
Whoa.
one. The one on the
I
right,
thought
because
that's-
you
I
scored
thought
Time
that's-
Slayer off of her.
I thought that's only if you're scoring it in the same round.
No, it's as soon as you pick that thing for a score, you can no longer score anything
Okay.
else off of it.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright, so
And that's the end of my turn.
I gotta say, I think I underestimated the Dragoons too.
I said from the start they're my favorite unit, and I knew that they were going to do work in this game because that strat for the exploding hits increases.
Yep, they are by far one of the strongest melee units in the game, in my opinion. Admech just has so much going for it. I'm surprised we don't see it more often. Cataphrone destroyers, completely ridiculous against everything. Onager Doom crawlers have one of the best basic anti-vehicle weapons in the game. Surian Dragoons are some of the best melee
into you. I'm overcharging.
cavalry.
I don't hurt myself, and I get 5 shots.
The whole army just has so much going through it across the board.
Actually, I'll reroll that one.
It's not just a one threat army. It's every model is a threat in an Admech army.
Absolutely.
So I'm down
Even
to
their
2 CP.
basic rangers, which are very cheap models, are an extreme danger to infantry. Like they are like Tau infantry, but
that
souped
many
up.
AP -4, 3 damage saves.
5 up. 3 go through.
So that's 12 damage in total.
I gotta say, I mean, I always thought that Admech was a very strong faction. But would you say that this is due to some of the changes that were made?
And I'm going to charge
Some of the recent updates that they've gotten? Or has this always been the case here?
Okay. I'll Overwatch.
I
Both
would
the
say
sniper
that
slots?
this is due to mostly
Okay,
8th edition.
2 sniper shots.
A lot of
Don't
what's
hit.
making them strong this edition is their stratagems. their actual models didn't change that much.
And
And
rapid
in
fire.
last
rifle
edition, they
shot.
weren't that strong. But because of their codex and they've got very powerful stratagems, they are very
No
strong
wounds.
very early in the game, but they fall off if you can survive
And I'm
till
into
the
both
late
of them.
game once they run out of CP.
Right.
As you can see, he's completely out of CP now. The dragoons are the only thing left on this board that can even damage this this knight after he gets
I
rid of
can't do
these.
that.
I actually think he doesn't
Dump that one squad.
need to damage the knight at this point, because if those dragoons move on to objective 1, he's just going to rack up that bonus every turn, having the center objective and the opponent's objective, which should be able to secure him the win.
Yeah, well, certainly. In this particular game, he just has the knight's
many.
player could not kill enough Admech
Sixes.
to negate that numbers advantage that we talked about at the beginning of the game.
3, 4, 5.
And now
That's
that
five.
there's only one knight left, he can just leave it tied up with servitors and run around the board with extremely fast units
Right.
and infantry,
Now you
capping
can
objectives.
fight
And
with
he's
those
just
guys.
going to win on that.
This is what we're seeing a lot in recent ITC. The turns are so brutal. There's not much left footprint for either army left on the board right now.
Yep, one of them goes.
Shouldn't be both of them? Because you 5 died and you're only leadership 7.
5 died? Oh yeah, 5
Yeah.
did die, yeah. I thought it was 4,
Alright.
my bad.
So that's another marked for death for me, and I max out Big Game Hunter. And then that's a kill. And kill more because I killed 2 of your things.
Okay, I can't seem to input any of my scores.
Well, at least you
you
can't say
killed
there's
yours,
not a
yeah,
lot
of
of
course.
action in 8th edition. Like, as we've
I
seen
need my
here,
engineers up by 1 as well.
complete
Right.
swings in
And,
one way or the
onto
other
your turn.
on each turn.
Okay, cool. This is Balrog.
Oh, it's been a great game. Like they've both been hammering each
Oh,
other
yeah.
each turn.
I gotta say,
Lucky dice rolls on invulns on both sides.
Dancing Skitari.
Okay.
this has been like one of the most explosive games I've seen to date. Just a lot of rummaging, not just from one side of the board, just on both sides. We're just seeing some really heavy hits coming across, and a lot of strategy being utilized here in this game. I think this is an excellent showcase of what the current ITC is about. Just really good, and both players playing phenomenally well, I think.
Advancing these ones as well.
Well, you could look at it this way. No matter who wins, robots win.
Yeah.
You can't
Imperium
move over the
wins.
model. You don't have fly.
Oh, that could have been cheeky there. He was looking to put the Rangers, stringing them out at both cross objectives without advance, but the Dragoons sadly are in the way and cannot be moved.
Right.
I think he's debating what to do with his. Oh, interesting.
Aggressive.
I did not. I thought they'd be going for objectives.
Hmm.
I think he wants
So-
to.
He wants that knight dead. If you table your opponent,
Your opponent can't score any objectives, right?
That's very true.
you just spend the last turn of the game running around getting all the objective points.
I think that this is a very interesting play. Very aggressive. I mean, holding objective 1 or going after the kill on the knight, the remaining knight there. I mean, honestly, I feel these are 2 viable ways to sort of wrap this up.
Absolutely. I mean, he either gets the big game hunter
Yeah,
point,
sure.
or he gets the bonus point.
Fucking whatever this is,
The way he's probably.
Imperial Lance.
He's also ahead, so he
Hits,
has
wounding on
the
5.
luxury of choice.
Wounds.
It's only 1 point ahead, but even if he is 1 point behind
So,
his opponent,
right, roll the damage.
it evens out.
D3. Three.
Down to 20.
And Volkite Blaster from the Dominus.
Hitting on 3s because he moved and it's heavy.
Alright, I gotta
Heal
say,
on
boys,
1.
I can't wait to paint up some Admech myself.
5s. Nothing.
Alright, charging.
And last pistol. It hits.
If
Oh, sorry, that's wound.
pistol.
No, I'm not charging.
Alright, cool. You are within heroic intervention range. Oh, wait, never mind. It's not a character. You're safe. Haha. Alright, on to movement.
Novaknight's being a bit cheeky, saying it was in heroic intervention range, but it's not a character, and you can't just heroic intervention into a thing. One of your ally units must be charged in order to heroic intervention into that melee.
Actually, no. That is patently false there, Snake.
Huh?
You're within
Say
1
again,
inch.
I think my audio cut out.
Still within 1 inch.
That is 1.2.
Okay, fair enough.
This target priority matters here.
Yeah, it does.
See what he does.
Yep. It, depending on how well this shooting goes, it could mean the death of the knight on the next turn.
Gotta say, I think I hear some bit of pressure coming on Nova. In the audio cues.
Oh, that's totally understandable. It's such a close game right now, and he he has to maximize this shooting phase and assault phase. I think.
Last pointer into the Tech Priest, Blackwell Gun
He
into
set
the
his
Dragoons,
knight up
overcharging,
into
of
a
course.
building, which
Last cutter
does help prevent
does
the
not
cavalry
hit.
from charging him.
Blackwell Gun does not
Correct
hurt
me if I'm wrong, but
and I
you
get
have to
10
be
shots.
infantry to charge through a building, right? Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's gonna have the Dragoon's gonna have to go all the way around to get the assault off.
Yeah.
Pretty clever positioning coming out of the knight player.
So hitting on 4s because I'm within 12. Got lucky. How many saves? -6 up and
He
one.
wants to be the one to initiate
So
a
one
charge,
hit.
and because he wants those attacks off first. But he doesn't want to do it while there's this many dragoons left on the board. He would much rather do it when there's only 1 or 2, not 4.
Yeah, he shaved off one of the dragoons.
On to you. I get
What
nothing.
else did he has to shoot?
Come at that, me, bro.
Did you
It's
shoot
hard
your
to
laser
believe
at the
that
Tech
we are
Priest?
only
Yeah, I
in the
missed.
end of turn
Okay,
4 with how bare this battlefield is after how full it began.
Was that round 5? Because
No, that was round 4.
I don't think it was, because I didn't kill anything last round.
Yeah, that's true. Armigers, round 2, 2 armigers, 1 knight, 1 knight. Yeah, so we are on round 5 now.
Okay.
Yeah, we are having
So
some
movement-
technical difficulties on the score sheet.
You can advance to the Rangers.
Yep.
For many.
It's very unfortunate, but we're having technical difficulties with the audio setup that we have, with the actual game. Just about everything that can go wrong has gone wrong.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it Murphy's Law?
I think so. Is that the same? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And that's pretty much been what it has
Okay,
been.
so he's set up for the bonus on this turn now with the Rangers. Very tricky, very good use of them. You spreading them out to get those 2 objectives there. Means the Dragoons can now move and go in for the kill.
Yeah. And even if he has to wipe that squad to remove that that from happening, because if you only kill 1 or 2 models, he'll just take one of the models in the middle, and they won't have to reconsolidate until his next movement phase.
Very cheeky play. Like we've seen this, time and time again on various different things, where you will actually string out your models in such a way to maximize, the model. And so here we see it being used to hold 2 objectives.
Yeah, that's just good
Okay,
tactics.
shooting phase.
That's just tactics.
The mana plus 1 shot. Hits.
Did he move?
Wounds.
Yeah, it's in a slot. Never mind.
Yeah.
Nope. Damage.
D3. For 3.
And 3 more damage on the knight.
Chipping away
False
at
Blaster.
that
Down
guy.
to 17.
Dominus. 3 hits. No wounds. Blast pistol. Hits.
I still think
Does
it's
not
funny that he's trying to get
Two
trying to get a
Archimuses
wound with that las
into
pistol.
the
Yep.
You should fire every gun in your army. There's no reason not to.
1 hit.
Yeah.
Unless you're on the chest box,
No.
maybe. But
It's
charge
it's the
phase.
same thing with like Terminators.
All right. Laser pointer.
A
Doesn't
2-up
hit,
armor save
Black Bolt
seems
gun.
like it's impossible to get through.
Hurts
But
me.
Every
for
time you
1
make
wound.
him roll that save,
hang on,
there's a
Snake.
1 in
Wait
6
a second
chance.
here. We just seen this knight hurt itself here in the Overwatch.
And I get 8 shots.
Yep. Its Singularity Cannon has a chance to cause a mortal wound to it when you overcharge it and do the big shot, which he's doing. And it's really, and you see this a lot with Riptide players, is that they'll just, regardless, they'll always take that
I will
self-wound.
CP that 1 down to 1 wound, or 1 CP. Alright, that many.
But you'll see that with people using
And
Riptide.
die. Does it
That
explode?
self-wound
Just 1.
is worth
Yeah,
it
just 1 explodes.
every time.
And it does
It
explode.
does.
It's the one at the back. Okay, so the Ranger squad. Well.
Okay, so basically, did he charged with the Rangers?
Your Dragoon squad.
Did he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to get that charge in to try to
Three,
draw
use
that
the Louise
Overwatch and
Hammond
get something
trees.
of base
Yeah.
contact.
And my knight.
Well,
Do you roll for that?
Rangers
Do
are
you roll for that,
infantry.
or
They
do I
can
roll
go
for that?
into the ruins
You
and
roll
get
for it.
base contact on the ground floor.
Right.
1. Okay.
Alright,
so
charging.
Getting blasted though.
Just nothing but double ones. Alright, yeah, you're on.
And it looks like
All
the
right,
Dragoons
2
make it.
Dragoons left, and they made it in because he rolled like a god and got 10. Oof. So he can initiate the charge because he's within 12 inches of the base to base, but he still needed enough
Get a
inches to
charge
go
with
around the
both my
corner.
tech trees as well.
Right. So you got exactly what he needed, right?
Alright,
So
10.
Dominus.
He only
Mix it
needed
in.
about
Yeah, he's
6,
nice.
but he got 10, so it worked out well for him.
Good stuff.
I don't think the other guy can actually make it.
No, not anymore, no.
If I'd been a bit smarter, I could have, but nah.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay, so
This knight is on
wounds.
18 wounds. It has a good possibility of dying if this melee goes well.
Uh-oh.
I got one because of my canticle.
You have no CP, but
Oh no, yeah. No, my canticle.
uh,
I didn't actually do that this turn. Never mind.
oh yeah, I don't think you've been doing it for like the last 2 turns actually.
So he's missing out on
And
something
no wounds.
canonical?
Nice. What a game.
And Tech Priest.
Tech Priest.
Misplay?
2 attacks, I think. 3 attacks. 3 attacks.
Yeah, we see here there was a bit of a misplay. Glarrg didn't roll for his canticles at the beginning of his turn, so that is a mistrigger, and it's his bad.
Wounding on 5s. Damn.
Alright, I'm putting all my last pointer into your dragoons. So hitting on 3s, rerolling because you charged me, and wounding on 2s, rerolling because you're a vehicle. Alright, so 2 saves. If each one you failed just kills a dragoon.
What is it?
5-6
Enemy
damage.
AP?
AP -4. So see if they
Both die.
explode. See if they explode.
The first one explode. Nope. Second one explode. Nope.
Oh, wow.
Alright, and then morale for your rangers who lost 3.
I'm
So
confused, guys.
Yeah, he's
leadership
also
6.
Okay,
And
so
then that's
the knight.
my last
Priority.
mark for death. And that got
so
me Gilmore.
yeah.
So what happened there is the dragoons got the charge off, and they got the hits off, but they didn't get the damage off. It simply failed to wound. The knight then turned around and completely massacred
Alright,
them.
so
I can't put in my scores. Could you put in the whole one
Killjoy.
bonus
He needs the bonus.
and
And
engineers?
then I maxed out mark for death and I got Gilmore.
I got bonus and engineers. My last point.
Yeah, he got engineers. He maxed out engineers. Alright, now I will begin my turn.
Sorry, I have to periodically update that for them because we're having issues with that score sheet.
Yeah, hopefully these issues are resolved by the next time we get
Alright,
it
I'm
cast
going
up.
to laser point your Dominus and I'm going to shoot the black hole gun into Alpha's Rangers and I'm going to overcharge just because I want extra damage. So laser pointer doesn't like to shoot at single infantry models apparently, and black hole gun does hurt me. That's fine. So I take 1 more wound.
Down to 17 on the last night, though there's nothing left in the Mechanicus
And
army
I
that
will
can
get
effectively
8
rid
shots.
them of that knight.
So we're on battle round, what,
6,
5 now?
7.
No, this is the end
Right,
of
so
round 4.
That and
Are you
on
sure?
2s. So 4 saves minus urine one.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, it is the end of round 5.
4 6-ups.
So 4 saves minus urine one. Yeah, 4 6-ups. So that's 5 dead.
Oh, Lord.
And then I'm going to charge
just
your
like
Dominus
that.
and the engines here.
Okay, Volkite Blaster.
Okay, this is a very scary place for Admech right now.
No wound. And Macro Stubber. Whoa.
And then, yeah.
I got more.
Yeah, you still
Sure,
have
he doesn't get any
a
rerolls,
knight
so
on
it's
the
just 1
field.
hit.
Macro Stubber, so yeah.
There's really nothing to do about
There's
the knight.
nothing.
Admech is again ahead
All
on
right, I'm going to be
points,
honorable,
so
and I'm just going
it's-
to put two laser pointers into each.
Last turn is going to be huge for both players here. I did not expect it to be this close.
Gotta
yeah.
say, misplay.
One.
And we'll come back to that later.
It wasn't a misplay. It just the dice did not favor him at all.
I'll spend my last. No, I won't. And then your engines here. So one save minus a lot. So 6 up for your engines here. And he just dies. So that gets me a kill. And then on to your turn 6.
Okay. Oh wait, I need to fight back with my dominance.
Oh yeah, you need to fight back, yeah.
3 attacks, 2s. And wounding on 5. 1 wound, -2. He's fine.
Save.
Okay, start my turn. I am going to choose to take +1 strength on my units.
Okay.
That +1 strength is probably going to be. It doesn't sound like much, but it can make a difference on some of these models because they have 7 strength.
I think that wasn't that the mechanicals he wanted last first charge on the
No.
dragon.
No, he wanted to reroll once to hit in melee.
Full weapon, macro stubber.
Yep.
Reroll 1. All hits. Wounding on 6s. 5s though. No, it's 6s. Okay, 0 AP, just 1.
Saved.
Okay. Charge phase. I'm gonna charge the servitors into you.
Okay.
Need a 5. Make it.
I think right now it's all about just
And
doing everything you can to delay that night.
Manipulus.
But,
Oh, it's 2d6 plus d12. Oh no. I still mix it in. Okay. Servo arm and servitors. 2 attacks. 1 on 1 hit. Wounding on
4s.
4s. Nope. 3 attacks with the Dominus. And wounding on nothing. And the Manipulus again. Just 1, -2.
Down to 15.
well, he does shave off another 2 wounds on the night. But
Stompy stomps. I'm going to put 1 stomp into the servitors. What's the invuln on that other? What's the invuln on the Manipulus?
The Involve the Manipulus, 5 up, I think. Basically, it's the same stat line as the Dominus, I think, basically.
Okay. So it would be a 2 big delay. Actually, Alright, I'm gonna put one stomp into the servitors, one sword laser into the Dominus, another laser into Dominus, and then I guess I'll plus 3 stomps into the Dominus.
Okay.
So let's do the laser into the Manipulus. Hits, wounds, you're 5 up. Die. flat 6 damage.
Oh, he's dead.
That flat 6 damage on the
into
laser cutter
the-
is
Stomps into
really
the
scary.
servitors. Relentless charge me. 2. 2 saves, AP -2.
Don't think they actually get anything. Yeah, 6
No.
ups only.
Die, and then the stomp or this laser into the Dominus hits, wounds, 5 up, and die. And then I move forward 3 inches.
Yeah, this is round 6. So.
All right, so I got kill more,
battle.
but you got hold.
Yeah.
This is the end of round 6.
That was Admech turn 6, and now it's Knight's turn 6, I believe.
See, this thing is broken right now. And I'm gonna have Gen come in here and take a look at all this. I don't know if you guys can see this on stream right now.
Hold on
We
there,
most certainly
Killjoy.
can
I only
see it
got
on
kill more. I
stream.
don't got hold more. So yeah, it's tied up. Alright. No. Alright, so beginning, I'm going to just put everything into the servitors. Laser pointer.
Hold
hits.
on.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I killed one of your knights in round 4 as well. And I can't seem to put it in.
Yes, you did. Okay. 1, 2.
And I can't put hold more down for this round.
So
there we go.
Right now, if we get this fixed, it's 25 to 26.
There we go.
Oh, we got it. Whoa.
Alright, so 1 save. I'm going to send 1. They even have in ones.
All right, 25 to 27. He can still make up those points.
He's looking at
You get 1 save.
leaving one of these servitors alive so he can charge and jump on target 2.
Servitors.
It's the end of round 6, so we have to roll to see if the game continues.
My turn isn't over, my dude. Remember, I went second. So I
Oh,
still
yeah.
have to finish.
Nope.
So that dies, and then I'm not going to overcharge my black hole gun.
Yeah, he did. He
So
actually
2 more
did kill
saves at
the knight
-3 into the
on turn 4.
servitors.
Or battle round 4, rather.
So just 1 dies. Alright, now I'm going to charge you.
It's a charging time.
Wow.
Or I'm going to lag.
Looks like he only needs about 6 inches
It's a
there.
10.
That'll do it. 10 there. Yep, he's going to get the.
So I'm going to do that.
I always find it
With
funny, the
my
charge
filing
rules,
in,
that
I'm going to do that, and then I'm
you
just going to
don't
stomp you.
necessarily have to go directly into the enemy you're charging. You can actually go around them a little bit,
Just
which
a little bit.
it's funny But I mean, tactically, in this situation, it's what you need to do because now he's holding that objective.
Yep.
So that many saves at -2.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well,
I think this is it. Cheap.
this is it, guys. This is it. Oh.
Alright, so I got a kill,
Good
I
game.
hold, and I hold more now. So I just managed to scrape by.
Yep. So I believe that's final score is 28-27, right?
Unless we got something wrong here. 27-26 I have on this one. Where's the 1 point missing?
Hold more.
I might just be counting wrong.
It doesn't seem to.
Now it wanna. Wait, who held
It-
more?
Novaknight does because he's got the only model left on the board on an objective.
Yeah, Tiny apparently was counting, and he said it's 27-26.
Yeah, 27-26 in your favor.
So yeah, really tight game there. Everything went right for Novaknight there.
Yeah,
On turn 6, he had 2 servitors left alive, able to charge them, kill them, and then grab that objective very
All right, we're here on the score screen, and obviously, some of the information on the score screen is going to be off because we're having issues with the scoreboard. But
yeah, I like how it says -1 command points.
yeah, that's not normal, guys, at all. So, oh man, there's a lot of talk about this game. Where do we begin?
It was an error. That turn 6 was just unreal. That's what sealed the deal. It was very close on the points every turn.
Do you think that?
I'm gonna address the elephant in the room here. I'm not sure if Big Game Hunter. You can see there's a point missing from here. I'm not sure if that was the best choice of secondary there when he could have been with the amount of force he had. Recon was a possibility.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Actually, it's tough because I'm thinking like, what would I have taken? I can understand why he's gone for it. He could have had the bonus, like I was saying with the Dragoons, if he'd have moved them onto that back objective, they would have got him the bonus for 2 turns, maybe possibly even 3.
Yeah, you see that's what I wanted to get at there. Do you think that maybe the better choice was to just play to the objectives entirely and just keep the Dragoons on objective 1, or?
I believe so because objectives matter like so much in ITC. Yes, you get the kill on the night, you get the big game hunter potentially, but holding them on objective 1 with the -2 to hit for the range shots of the night coming down at them, and then having the guys on objective 3. I also would have liked to see the characters rather than trying to engage the night in melee, perhaps moving up to objective 3 as well. And the servitors moving to the edge of this room to be the closest units, he wouldn't have been able to target them with the knight.
I completely agree with everything there. It really in a game where it's that close, you need to at that late stage in the game, you need to get as much points advantage as you can to come out on top. Because even if you kill the knight, the dice can betray you, like we saw here. He had a good charge off. He could have dealt the damage to the knight, but it fell through. It did no damage practically.
I can understand Glarrg's thought process. If he kills the knight, he's then got the full board to then take the objectives. The opponent's doing nothing because they're tabled, and he would have been able to pull a win that way. But I think the safer play is to just put the Dragoons onto objective 1, leave the Rangers on objective 3, and then move the characters up so objective free, and just ignore the knight. You're not gonna, with the level of force you've got left, it's very difficult to go for that fourth big game monster point.
Absolutely, I think I hate to say it, but I think that
But by the same
there's slight
token,
misplay there.
like the knight could have killed all the servitors in the ruin, and then he wouldn't have been able to get the charge off, secure the objective, and that would not have got him. It would have been 25 to 26 to Admech at that point.
Yeah.
So you did him a favor by making save rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met.
Unfortunately, save rolls is not an optional part of the game.
Yeah.
Also, it was
I would
mentioned.
still have liked to have seen a knight left on objective 1, turn 1 as well, just to get you that hole, because we saw how close this game was. And if say for example,